Hello, Rachel.
Hello.
We meet here in New Zealand on the west coast. Can you tell us a bit your name, your age, a bit about yourself, what you do in life?
Okay. My name is Rachael. I'm 36 years old, and at the moment my life has taken me to the beautiful Okarito, which is a wonderful little west coast town, quite remote, and I'm looking after a guest house. So my guest house has 7 bedrooms over 3 different buildings, and it keeps me very busy, but it's a really enjoyable life. Plenty of time outdoors, and I love nature, so that's one of the things that brought me here. I love people, so it's wonderful to be able to look after people, meet people of all walks of life, and hear their stories and share mine, and just be a little part of their journey. So a bit more about myself. I'm from the North Island, and I'm a real traveller at heart, which is probably what attracts me to looking after a guest house. I've been to 36 countries, and New Zealand is definitely up there with one of my favourites, but I'm really very drawn to Europe, and what I idealise is a very romantic life over in Europe, and the history and the beautiful flowers and in the flowers in the windows and all that kind of thing. I think it's gorgeous.
And how do you earn your money to do that? How?
Basically, I live very simply. So at the moment I have a camper van, which helps me save money. I haven't paid rent for a couple of years. I choose jobs also that accommodation might be included. So I'm very lucky here at the moment. I don't need to pay for that. But I also just live simply in the fact that I'm not materialistic. And I think if you're not materialistic, then you can naturally save money without an issue. I like to grow my own vegetables, so I am becoming more and more self-sufficient. And I also just work really hard for like maybe 9-7 months of the year so that I can travel the rest. I just save and save, and perhaps not really live a very balanced life, but I make up for it when I'm traveling.
Has it always been like this?
For the last few years, yeah. How old am I? 36. Maybe for almost 10 years, I suppose, I've kind of been doing this.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what do you like best about your life, your current life?
Very nature-based at the moment. I spend a lot of time outside. I have time to just be with nature and listen to those birds in the trees and understand it and watch the seasons and grow vegetables, and I'm learning also medicinal plants and herbs and things, so that's something that really means a lot to me at the moment. I like the quietness. There's definitely challenges, but there's so many wonderful
I just
things.
want to go also, of course, to ask you, what are the challenges?
What are well, at the moment, living in
things?
such a remote place means I don't have a huge social life. There's only about 30 people that live in Okarito, and they're mostly quite quiet. They kind of stick to themselves. Not so many men around. But that's okay. You know, you choose these things and you accept the challenges with the good.
How do you see the life for women in New Zealand?
I think we as women are very lucky. Generally we're quite balanced. Women are very well respected, and I think having a woman Prime Minister shows this, and we were actually the first country in the world to allow women to vote. I'm from a family though, my mum's side of the family was a little bit slow with that, and my mum was a nurse, but the family didn't, her grandparents were not, they didn't look favourably upon this. She was a woman, she wasn't allowed to work on the farm, or she wasn't allowed to inherit the farm because she was a woman. So it is still prevalent, but overall I think we are very equal and lucky.
Did you observe a difference to Europe in this question on your trips?
That's a good question. I think in some of the countries I've been in Europe, the women work extremely hard, very hard, long hours. I think it's hard when you don't speak the language. Perhaps that's why I have the romantic idea in my head, because I hear these beautiful words but I don't understand them. So that's a really hard question to answer, not knowing the language.
Okay.
But from my observations, I think women certainly work hard in Europe.
Oh, they do. Thank you. My last question, Rachael, would be what is your tip for women or for a young woman? What would you tell her what to do or not to do?
Always lead from the heart. The heart will always give you the right answer. And sometimes the heart can hurt and be broken, but allow it. Don't beat yourself up for what you feel. But know that inside you are the answers. You just have to take the time to listen.
Thank you very much, Rachael.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thanks.